Pop Culture Minefield is brought to you by the Bottom of My House Foundation, and in part, by Gary's Backdoor.
So there we are. The show begins. That was neat doing the show yesterday, but man, doing that extra show a week really put me out of sorts yesterday. I ended up going to bed super early because of it. Fucking ridiculous. But getting some good views on it. I was glad we did it. Talking about Dolly Parton. Even though this is Antonio Banderas week, we just wanted to talk about that lady. She was something else. And and now today, yep. As Anima said, she was big.
Jesus Christ. Quick, before Mephisto gets back, get the new video that you made for him. You can play it for him now.
Oh, shit. Where did I put that? I don't remember where I put that video. Hold on.
Oh, now it's your chance to play it to him.
Oh, yep. There we go. I found it. I can remove that video. So who else here in the chat? We got Gambit in the house. And we got Snorty. Yeah, Snort.
And
Slasher Fred is here too.
Yep, Slasher Fred. A, as said, that stands AZ stands for Z stands for Zorro. Zorro the fox, so cunning free. Yep. Of the Z. Yep. And yeah, it's Spanish for fox. There we go. All right, guys. It's Friday, and we're going to celebrate the end of the week by talking about a really great fucking film. I love this movie, Mask of Zorro. And I was shocked at how much I enjoyed this movie. Man, you know.
This movie had a bad rap at the time.
And I don't remember that at all.
I don't know. I remember people not liking it for some reason. I don't know. It was fun.
But it did well in the box office.
Yeah, I know. Maybe I'm thinking about the critics.
Maybe you're thinking about the sequel. That didn't do well.
Yeah, the Legend of Zorro.
Haven't watched the sequel.
Had nobody really liked that one. I mean,
yeah,
I liked it for what it was.
In fact, I don't even remember it.
I didn't even saw it.
Oh, you've never seen it?
Legend of Zorro?
I think it's worth watching, but I don't know. I just I didn't think it was very, very good compared to the first film. The first film was great. I thought they did something interesting with the story by changing it from being the son of the original Zorro and instead being someone that he takes on, and that his daughter is what the fight's all about. Well, you can stop thinking, because it was Zorro and the Shadow were absolutely inspirations for Batman. They both played a part in Batman. Zorro, with his intent to not kill, also bled into the years of Batman, as well as the Shadow. We would later hear the name in Batman, the League of Shadows, and that was taken straight from Shadow. And originally, they stole so much from the Shadow that in the first issue or two of Batman, he carried 245s on his hips.
Colt 45s?
Well, their attempt at drawing Colt 45s. I don't know how good they were. Oh, did we lose somebody?
Popcorn left.
What happened, Popcorn?
I think the black hole got him.
I wonder if he might have been trying to talk and
Okay,
yeah, there he is.
coming. He's back. He's back.
Did you lose audio, Popcorn, or what happened?
I hit the wrong button. I was looking somewhere.
Ah, welcome to the club.
I wasn't in the right tab.
Oh man, I don't know how old you are, but that sounds like something a boomer would do.
Like you?
I'm about 40.
I'm not a boomer, but I act like one.
Yep, you do.
I think of Zorro. So yeah, you can stop thinking about that slasher, Fred. The movie is basically passing the torch because you have Don Diego, who has been Zorro for years. And we almost didn't get him in that movie because he
Of his
had
back.
a spine issue, and he just said he couldn't do it. Then he quickly went, while he was shooting another film, quickly went and had laser surgery on his back, and all the pain he had suffered for years was gone.
I
he
believe it
signed
was The
right on.
Edge. With,
Yeah, he was making The Edge.
Alec Baldwin?
With Alec Baldwin. Yeah, apparently Alec Baldwin just barely missed shooting him in the film. He thought, well, I don't need to. The bear would get him. What a coincidence. Jim, so that must have served as a template for the adventure movie.
Yeah, Zorro's
this
Fighting
is
Legion
also-
was one of the earliest things I saw of Zorro. We had the VHS.
My favorite Zorro film is the one with Tyrone Power and Basil Rathbone, and it's a single greatest sword fight, in my opinion, ever put to film. And it's not just mine. A lot of sword masters have said the same thing. But I also put right up there with it the sword fighting of the Phantom Menace. It was really fucking good. The only
best sword fight
good sword
on
fight.
film is The Princess Bride in the Cliffs of Insanity.
That's about second to third place.
No, that's
with a lot of
number one.
people. Mm.
Even with just the sound design of that entire scene.
With Antonio, 'cause Antonio is a dancer, okay, and he came into this, and I've always said that dancers are some of the most malleable people for learning new choreography, whether it's sword fighting, fist fighting, martial arts, or even gunplay. Their understanding of their body with movement, they're just so easy to train. And, Anna brought up the fact that a lot of people who know choreography can learn other choreography really quick. But I think the single most malleable are dancers. And you'll find a lot of the best looking martial artists in film today that aren't actual known martial artists learned how to fight because they were dancers first. And it's wild when you find out. Like, Jackie Chan was a martial artist. He was a dancer first with the Chinese ballet. Him, the fat guy,
Sammo Young.
Sammo Hung, and their other little buddy that was in the movie with them. They all came up together in the Chinese ballet.
Wait,
And
they were
they
dancers?
made a movie about it. They
Dancers
were with
for
the
money?
Chinese ballet.
No, that was
Yeah, I know
Tina.
what you're doing.
Any
was
old
Tina.
music will
You're
do. I
God
love you,
damn.
Gary. I missed you.
I missed you too, buddy. The bear. Yeah, that was it Brett or Brad the bear that was in that movie, The Edge? And he died young. Him and the other one that replaced him that they were training both got cancer and died young. But that bear was very well trained in The Edge. And I want to do that movie because Anima's never seen it. I want her to see that movie. Anthony Hopkins is amazing in that fucking movie. I remember when I first saw this movie, I was expecting it to be like the TV show. even hoping to have its main theme. Yeah, look, this was not a Disney production, so no, they couldn't have it. And it was Guy Williams that played Zorro on the TV
Yep.
show for Disney. And he was an Olympic sword fighter, if you didn't know that.
Yep.
He was a fencer. And a lot of the guys that were in the Zorro films over the years were sword fighters. Tyrone Power was not, but he had learned sword fight. And he had to fight a sword master, the best Sherlock Holmes of all time.
Benedict Cumberbatch?
That was
Peter
a terrible
Cushing?
show. Peter Cushing did play Sherlock, no. You've got Basil Rathbone, who was a master swordsman. You have Christopher Lee, who is a master of blades, period. Like swords, knives, didn't fucking matter. He was good with stabby things. You have these actors who were master swordsmen. And in this movie, they were trained by probably one of the greatest sword fighters and movie sword choreographers in Hollywood history, Bob Anderson. And Bob goes back, but my favorite
Errol
is
Flynn.
what he did he worked with Errol Flynn, Basil Rathbone, he worked with Christopher Lee, and he had a list of Hollywood actors that he considered great swordsmen.
Highlander.
And he worked all the way up until his death in 2012. And it was a sad damn day when we lost him. And here are some of my favorite pictures of him. A lot of people don't know he was also Darth Vader, not just Dave Prowse in the costume. Anytime they did the sword fighting in Empire and Return of the Jedi, it was Bob in costume doing all the performances. And here he is in Return of the Jedi in costume. We're still rehearsing the saber fight with Mark Hamill. And he's the one who taught Mark Hamill. And Bob said that one of his best students was the young guy from the Highlander TV series.
Yeah, Adrian Paul. He said that his athleticism and whatnot, he's the best that he trained in the whole of his career up until that point.
Yep. Very complimentary.
Wait, and then he went toppled by Antonio. He said that Antonio was the one that
I didn't know that, really.
Faster. Yeah.
And again, it's the dancing that helped him because he was a natural dancer.
So the guy who actually played Darth Vader was his worst student then, because he tried to teach him and he just couldn't pull it off.
Yep.
Yeah, he also
if you go back and watch Star Wars, if you go back and watch Star Wars, what some people call A New Hope, from 1977, that is, the joke has always been, well, that's two old guys fighting. It's so bad. The sword fighting is so bad in Star Wars. But Empire Strikes Back got some Japanese kendo style sword fighting in it, and he's the one who taught him. And a great sword fighter himself. And he looks cool in the fucking costume. Never once when you're watching film did you think it was not Dave Prowse in the costume. And it wasn't until later I learned about this, and I was like, oh my god, that's him in all the fight scenes.
I bet he loves doing that.
And Bob trained him for this movie, and I loved it. And by the way, we have a new intro video from Mephisto. Are you ready, Meph, for your new intro video?
Ready and willing.
I've got Jews at my table.
It's not your table. It's the place's table. Behave.
There's Jews in my table.
Just for you, buddy.
By the way, the actors, they are Jewish. It was Lisa Adelstein and the other and Jacobson.
27 years ago, she and I struck up a friendship when she was a nobody. And we had this great conversations. Because I grew up the only Irishman in a family of 6 Jews. And I told her, I said, it was an experience. And I would go to synagogue occasionally with my brother Michael, and I'd have to wear the yarmulke. And I always liked that. I thought it was funny. And she thought it was funny that at one point I was going to seminary and my brother Michael was studying to be a rabbi. And my mother was like, "Oh, I'm going to have two sons, one a rabbi and one a Catholic priest." But then I discovered I really like pussy, and I decided not to do it. And it's really why I didn't go.
Like, you were one brother away from a fucking joke.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, a Catholic priest, a rabbi, and a Baptist minister walk into a bar. Or my favorite one with that is the one about they find gold coins and they've got to decide what to do with it, and because they're all deeply religious. So the Catholic priest says, "I got an idea. We draw a circle in the sand and we throw all the gold in the air, and whatever lands outside the circle we keep, and whatever lands inside the circle we give to God." And the Baptist minister is like, "No, I think we should do it the other way. We draw the circle, but anything that lands in the circle we keep, and anything that lands outside the circle we give to God." And the rabbi says, "I've got a better idea. Why don't we just throw the coins in the air, and whatever God wants, he keeps?"
Told by Steve Gutenberg in Short Circuit.
Yep.
Wait.
Got you, Gary.
No, I'm glad you got that.
I know. I got you, Gary.
But either way.
I didn't. Nah.
You don't do that to a Steve Gutenberg joke, man.
You just watch me doing it.
But yeah, Steve Gutenberg, Short Circuit, told that story.
You want,
funny
you want me
hell.
to? You want me to give you the laugh?
Oh yeah. Johnny Five is alive.
Johnny Five is alive.
Let's get back to the chat here. See what's going on over here. Of course, the sequence of Tyrone and Basil clashing with each other in Mask of Zorro. My only problem with that whole fight scene is I didn't like the animated tip of the sword going through the candle, because it's obviously animated. I didn't like that. I like the idea of him just slicing through the air and then picking up the candle cut in half. Didn't need to do the animation. I think it ruined the shot. Basil Rathbone was an expert fencer and was more skilled than Tyrone Power or Errol Flynn. Yeah, it bothered him. He used to laugh about it. I say it bothered him. Clearly because he would talk about it, it bothered him. That he always had to lose to people who were incapable of beating him. He had to dumb down his sword fighting for them to beat him. And that's true. He did. Who can forget Fred Cavins as a sword trainer? I don't recognize the name.
I cannot forget what I have never known.
Yeah, I don't know that name. The movie makes me think of the series Batman Beyond because it focuses on legendary hero who is, well, Batman, yeah, clearly slasher Fred, you know. Batman was inspired by The Shadow and Zorro. And
yeah, that's why I thought when Batman Beyond premiered, I'm like, yeah, it kind of reminds me of Mask of Zorro, and there's only like a year difference because Batman Beyond, I think, premiered in '99. So I'm like, I wonder if they took inspiration from Mask of Zorro. You know, like, you know, Batman took inspiration from Zorro, you know, way back in the beginning, and taking inspiration again with you know, Protege.
Yeah, I wonder. I'm going to look it up real quick. I'll look and see what they say. Batman Beyond is not directly inspired by Mask of Zorro, but the two share the striking narrative similarities due to the common superhero tropes. Yeah, right. No, I'm going to put my money on the fact that someone saw the movie. But I find that kind of funny because Zorro was one of the inspirations for Batman in general. It's never been officially confirmed by anybody, but yeah, the parallels are pretty fucking obvious.
So yeah, it just makes sense that, you know, the next generation of Zorro would, inspire the next generation Batman.
My cousin did not eat that actor.
No.
Yeah. All I gotta say is the dumbest theories I've heard from people about that fucking movie was that the bear was trying to fuck it. And I'm like, it's a female bear that was attacking him. No. What the fuck is like, and I've said this to people who've said that, like, what the fuck is wrong with you that you would think that? That's weird. You're weird. Bob Anderson was totally versatile with his knowledge of medieval weapon swords, and not just medieval, Asian styles too. He taught a lot of Asian sword fighting, kendo style. The guy was just a master swordsman, period. And by the way, all of the Zorros carried a rapier. This is the first Zorro to carry a short rapier. It's smaller than the other one, and it's more based on the spadroon sword or a short sword, but it is still designed to look like a rapier. And I like the fact that he fights. It's rapier versus saber. I just got the name of the sword, saber. You actually have a saber versus rapier fight in this, and it is really fucking good. I like that fight. And the villain himself is based on General Custer. And it's kind of obvious when you see him. But I thought it was kind of odd
the aspect,
an American.
The character is based in a real character that it was a ranger, Harold Love. And he was.
Well, I'm talking about the guys that made the film. They described him as being made to look like General Custer.
As I said, visually, in his aspect. And that guy, Harold Love, is credited to allegedly being the one that killed the real Joaquin Murrieta.
Ooh, interesting. And by the way, this kid here is supposed to be Antonio Banderas as a child. He's the witness of this incident here with him and his brother. And sadly, his brother gets decapitated and ends up in a very jarring
shoots himself.
Scene. He ends up in a very jarring scene.
Yes.
Yeah, you better I that joke. That one deserves the drum. And flash. There you go.
And that was real.
Sorry.
Too.
Soundboard is way faster than you, Martin.
Yeah, I know. And that was real too. The real Harold Love kept the head of Joaquin Murrieta and the hand of Three Fingers Jack because that was proof of kill. Not this movie they portray that as an act of psychopathy, but no, that it was necessary to prove the kill.
By the way, if you're bringing up Dave Prowse has been in a lot of cool shit over the years. First of all, he was a bodybuilder. He's the one that was the physical trainer for Christopher Reeve to get him pumped up for Superman. But that guy's been in a lot of fucking movies. But my favorite is he played one of the Frankenstein monsters in Hammer. And he was also I think he was a yoga teacher or some shit like that for the husband and wife Orange? In Clockwork Orange that get attacked by the guys.
He's the nurse because
is that what he was?
Yeah, he's the one who assists the guy after he's crippled.
Yeah, but I thought for some reason he was helping him with his body. It was part of why he was.
Yeah, because the guys
like somebody
they
and clearly muscular. He picks him up. Yeah, but he's he's in Clockwork Orange, so he's in a Stanley Kubrick film too. Dave Prowse was kind of all over the place. He's in another Hammer film called Vampire
Circus.
Yeah,
Frankenstein and the Monster from Hell.
From Hell.
is the one you're thinking of.
Yeah, that was a good movie. Look, I love Hammer. I'm a big Hammer fan. I can sit and talk Hammer all day. And he also was in an episode of one of my favorite shows, the second Star Trek series, which was called Space 1999.
What's more importantly, they sold the trailer, sold this movie by kind of showing Catherine Zeta-Jones maybe being naked in this movie, right? Where the entire scene that you see in the trailer, you get to see in the movie, and that's it.
She was naked, and she was shocked when he suggested that.
And they had that hair glued to her and shit. Yeah. But I will point out that one of the wonderful things and interesting things about this film, a movie about a Spaniard in Mexico, is actually starring 2 Welsh actors as Spaniards.
Yeah, I always thought Catherine Zeta-Jones was actually Hispanic. I mean,
I did too, because
she looked it.
She looked it. Yeah.
She absolutely looks like she was Spanish, and it blew my fucking mind when I found out she was Welsh, as is, of course, Sir Anthony Hopkins. Both are from Wales. David Prout. Oh wait, we're still on this. I wear a Yamaha. By the way, Dan Halberstein was one of my closest friends in high school. When I went to Fake College, he was an actual real student at William and Mary, and we're at a party together. He was in a fraternity. I was hanging out with his fraternity, which were just a bunch of stoners. That's all they were. And we got high one night, and I said, "Hey, man, it's a Jewish holiday. Aren't you supposed to be wearing a Yamaha right now?" And he wrote an entire article in a newspaper. It's a yarmulke, not a Yamaha. Like, I think he thought I really meant it. It was a joke. And I don't think he got it. But we're still friends.
Yeah, why would you wear a keyboard on your head?
Yeah. Back when that happened, they weren't known for keyboards yet. That was like 2 years later.
When it was bikes.
Yeah, it was like 1982, and Yamaha hadn't really broken the market yet on keyboards.
Don't what forget, they were known for,
where I grew up, is motorcycles.
I thought he was about to say 1911. But okay.
Ouch. I'm going to crack a joke. The next time she says that, once she's been here, I'm going to go, yeah, but you let me nail you, so you got nothing to say.
Now, that's not fair. Okay, 1945.
This house, by the way, was a real building. And the permission they got to shoot here was that they had to fully repair this place. And they did. From inside out, top to bottom, this place was completely repaired by the studio. Also, this is the first Zorro film shot in Mexico, and the entire film was shot there, except for the pickups that were done later. The entire film, from beginning to end, the wrap was shot in Mexico, including in Mexico studios in Mexico City. And I think that's great. Finally got a Zorro film made in Mexico.
Wasn't it supposed to be California?
Well, yeah, but they wanted to shoot it in Mexico.
Yeah, I get it. No, I mean the Zorro tale.
Because if you want the old look of Southern California, go to Mexico. Because that's pretty much what old California looked like. Yeah, so it's fucking good. And I love this stuff. And the thing that Anima was really impressed with was the damn costumes are so fucking good in this film.
Oh.
From the soldiers.
Yeah, we saw an interview with the costume designer. She went to get the materials. Mexican. She did a lot of it herself. She made costumes and props herself when she couldn't get them. So they looked right.
Yep.
My favorite scenes are the training scene. because I mean, Antonio Banderas is not known for his comedy, but that even Anthony Hopkins isn't really. But because Banderas plays it so crazy and Hopkins is such a straight man, it kind of inadvertently becomes a real comedic moment. Like when they start to do the training, he's like, show me how you attack, and he's like, and with one swing, he like dispatches his sword, and he's like, okay, we need to teach you how to do things.
Yeah, he's
my favorite scene is in the bar where he's drunk and tries to fight Hopkins, and he just knocks him down.
Yeah.
Well, you've just been beaten by an old
training
man.
scene now. This training scene he's talking about is one of my favorite moments in the film, because he comes up and he does this fucking, he's like swirling that sword around, and then goes into a fight position, and Anthony very calmly just smacks the sword out of it, and it goes flying across the room. That is just fucking brilliant. I agree.
It's a great sort of starting point. And then,
do you know how to use that thing? Yeah, 20 in, go to the other man.
Yeah.
This didn't go.
This is going to take a lot of work.
To me, that the whole scene is not him trying to teach him how to fight. It's also he teaches him essentially manners, not because he's like a savage. It's because it's the way to disguise yourself as a don, as a nobleman.
Do you think he already has that plan at that point?
Yeah, I think so. It's not just to replace the Zorro part, it's to replace the entire package. So it's just like Batman. Batman is Bruce Wayne. And
if you watch Batman Beyond, it is the same story.
I know, but if you just think of like a regular Batman story, you have Bruce Wayne and Batman, right? But if you're coming from the outside in, and you take this wild, crazy guy who had a rough life, and you're like, I'm Bruce Wayne and Batman, but I need to train you to be the new Batman. You have to learn the Batman side, but you also have to learn the Bruce Wayne side so you can mask yourself, because Bruce Wayne is the mask and Batman is the real guy.
And that's a theory by a lot of people. It's a psychological thing that Bruce Wayne is the mask. And I personally fall into that category myself, because I believe that he's not truly whole until he has the costume on, doing what he's doing. And it's kind of the same way when you look at it with Zorro. He doesn't really become himself. He lets himself out. He allows the real him out when he has the mask on. And I love that idea.
Yeah.
And a Catholic priest, a Baptist minister, and a rabbit walk into a bar. And the rabbit says, I must be a typo.
LQ Jones.
Great fucking Western actor right there. I'm glad you know who that guy is.
The first time I ever saw him was on Renegade. He was in a couple episodes of Renegade.
Yep, with Lorenzo Lamas, man. Good show. Not a great show, but a good show. It was a fun show. But yeah, LQ Jones was a Western actor, been around since the 60s.
He was also in Lone Wolf McQuade.
Yep. Chuck Norris, another modern Western. I like modern Westerns.
That was a good movie.
Another pretty good actor that's in this is Tony Amendola. He plays Don Luis, one of Don Raphael's closest, advisors and whatnot. He's from Stargate. Played Braytac.
Yeah. There is somebody that's in the film, but he's not in the final cut. Is the guy that played Bucho, Banderas' brother in the last film we did.
Yeah, Joaquin de Almeida.
And yeah, Joaquin de Almeida. And I love that guy. I fucking love that guy.
By the way,
I love his fucking voice.
He was one of the options to play Alejandro.
Interesting. I could have easily seen that, but I don't know how he is with comedy. I think they needed somebody who could do the comedy, and Banderas nailed it.
And get this, they had Sean Connery to play Don Diego, but he had to abandon the project. Oh, he
that's
would be
kind of sad.
Spanish again.
Yeah, I could see him in that role, definitely.
Hi, John.
Hey, John.
By the way, I think we had another new viewer.
Lots of new guys this week.
Yeah. Edie Sedgwick 1, and it's from New York City. Welcome.
Welcome.
Cheers. We have a lot of regular audience members. They're from all over the world. I'm still craving somebody so far away that they're on the opposite side of the planet B. And we finally got one from Australia. She showed up a couple of times.
No, from Australia?
Other side of the world.
China?
On the globe. Yeah, China, Japan, Australia, New Zealand. They're on the opposite side. And it would be so cool to get. And we finally got someone from Australia. Also, can somebody buy Martin a globe of the Earth?
I was just going to say Australia is way closer to you than Europe.
The joke wasn't for you, Gary. It was to this anime, because you say we have someone from Australia, and I said, who? Anime?
Yeah, but you're going by time zones, not distance.
No, he was saying you're from Australia. I get it now.
I don't even hear that anymore. Tim overdid it. I'm immune now.
She's immune to it. What was really funny is I wanted to jokingly send her a PDF of her form for coming over, and it says entry from Australia.
Dude, you know I pay attention to where I click because Australia, Perth is right above Australia.
Pops up all the time. It does. It almost got me one day when I was selecting. It was whoa. One more down. The Green Hornet is something so cool because, yes, it was not only inspired by Lone Ranger, it was created by the same creator that made the Lone Ranger, and the Lone Ranger is inspired by Zorro. As well as inspired by some of the real lawmen like Bass Reeves.
Yeah, and originally Lone Ranger and Green Hornet were related.
Well, they're the same. They have the same last name. And that was done on purpose. And that's why I like, as much as I despise that Disney Lone Ranger.
Hello?
You froze, Gary.
Yeah, his internet is crap.
It's not Scottish internet.
It's worse. And he complained to the company, but they're just doing shit.
All right.
Are you back with us?
It's trying. Hello, Gary? You're among us. Give us a signal.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, you did the reconnect.
Somebody's gaming right now on our internet. So
that explains it.
So anyway, the kid at the end of the Lone Ranger, third time I've said this now, and I don't know if you heard it.
No, we didn't.
Is the Green Hornet. That's who that's supposed to be. Keith and I went into it when we did that other Lone Ranger film. And we brought up that was the one cool thing we thought they added into the Lone Ranger movie by Disney was that little kid at the museum is supposed to be the Green Hornet.
It's a long way to go from, well, both fucking Lone Ranger and the Green Hornet movies were shit. The new ones.
Oh, the Green Hornet movie was flat out garbage, and it was only garbage for one fucking reason.
Seth Rogen. One, make it a comedy.
God damn, I fucking hate that guy so much. Because the guy that played Kato was great. The villain was great, Christoph Waltz.
Oh, he's always great.
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen can't act.
He is awful.
He is the Jewish Zendaya.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah. Sounds right.
Anyway, can't wait for Dune 3.
I'm not even interested in watching the first one.
Don't do it.
Part 1 was good. Part 1 was fucking good. They
Yeah.
ruined it with part 2. Part 2 was boring.
The last Part 2 was the Last Jedi of Dune.
Had too much fluff, too much Denis Villeneuve in it, instead of actually telling a story. And it's so fucking annoying because second part, what they said for the second part, they could have played with and do a little bit more from the book, which is very different from what they did in Dune in David Lynch's movie. But god damn it that they fucked it up so badly.
Oh, they have heretical Freeman or Fremen. Like, are you fucking kidding me? These are religious zealots. You don't have
atheists,
heretical members of a religious sect. That's just the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
It's not even about the story that they've distorted. It's about the movie itself. It's fucking boring. It takes too long to do any action. So you have bullet points that you have to hit. And between them, you can stretch out the story and you can do whatever you want and distort what the original meaning was. Fine, okay. But between the bullet points was like, oh, fucking A. Why did you need 15 minutes to do Paul riding a fucking worm? Why? Anyway, Dune 3.
Hey, Alpha. Hi, Alpha.
Hello, Alpha.
I feel bad for you, man, because I've never had a good experience at the VA ever. That's why I prefer my doctor. And Edie, are you from New York City or are you a transplant? Author Johnston McCulley had published Zorro as a comic book serial the year before, 1919. And let's see, I wonder what Catherine Zeta-Jones found attractive in multi-millionaire pensioner Michael Douglas. Yes, well, apparently he was really good at cunning linguists.
The only Jewish guy with a big dick.
Yeah. The web says Zorro, whose real name is Don Diego de la Vega, is typically portrayed as a Californio, which refers to people of Spanish descent living in California during the early 19th century. It's true.
Yeah, and it was originally just Don Diego Vega. The De La Vega came later.
I mean, California was essentially a part of, well, Southern California was a part of Mexico for the longest time until it got acquired.
Is that a joke on Batman in the Sun or Bat in the Sun? Rama the Hood in the Sun. By the way, I just watched Chris and Al over on Film Threat talk about that new Andrew McCarthy film, Uprising. And all it is an origin story of Robin Hood.
Oh, Andrew
and it's
Garfield?
not even a good one. Yeah, it's not a good film. And I've already torn the trailer apart. I'm like, this film is taking place when? And what weapons are they using? No. Don Martin.
What?
Who the fuck is Don Martin? Like, who are you talking to?
Don Martin de la Vega.
Oh, he's calling you Don Martin. Martin Acosta.
No, I am not a Don. Not at all.
You're not a sir?
And of course, one of the great aspects of this movie is the music by James Horner.
Horner's music is incredible, and it's so much better than what he did with Titanic the year before.
Okay, Don. Don is not a word; it's an acronym. It means the origen noble, which translates into English of noble origin, and that was invented because in the New World, all the nobiliary titles were invalid, so they forged that to try and keep the nobility of their families. That is what dons mean.
Sneaky.
Yep.
By the way, I wanted to love that movie. I did, but he fucked up really bad in it. It's got so many problems.
Which one?
The Phantom with Billy Zane.
I
love that movie.
I love it too.
Look, man, you cannot slow a plane down for a horse. The horse cannot run the same speed as a plane and have that plane in the air. That was so annoying. I think Bruce Wayne is the real person. Batman is Wayne's PTSD response to the murder of his parents.
That guy.
I don't know what he's asking there.
What?
This
Can
question.
you show it again? Don Luis Obispo. Bakersfield. I wouldn't know.
I have no idea who that is. Sir Sean Connery makes everything better. Especially a good smack on the ass, apparently. Connery's Bond, and I got to tell you, the first, directed by the same director, by the way. I love the first Bond film with Daniel Craig, Casino Royale, directed by the same director here of Martin Campbell.
Yeah, he also directed GoldenEye.
Yes, he did.
About
and GoldenEye is,
years
in
earlier.
my opinion, and it's been voted by fans too, the best Bond film of the modern era. And it is a great Bond film. I love that movie.
Yeah, it kind of makes me wonder when they get around to rebooting Bond, if Martin Campbell might not do it again. Because
I hope so, because he
did the first one with Pierce Brosnan. Then he didn't do another one until they started again with Daniel Craig. And that seems to be what he likes to do. He just wants to start it and just like a pilot director.
Yeah. He just directed that new movie with Sam Jackson in it, Just Play Dead. That's a Martin Campbell film, man. Sadly, he made that movie The Cleaner, which was like the female Jason Bourne movie that tanked badly. Also, another bad movie, and I don't blame him for this. I blame the studio's interference. Dirty Angels was just horrible. They're trying to make he made two films, both of them clearly feminist films. And they flop because for some reason they don't want to be realistic. You can have women in lead roles in action films, but you want to make it believable. So they have to fight a certain way. And they just don't want to do it. Get lazy. Let's see. Martin knows his geography. Just ask him what borders he jumped. Martin, would you like to respond to Reed on that one?
Well, the plane, I'm almost sure flew mostly over water, so I could say 1, 2, 3, 4.
So 3 or 4 borders you went over?
Yep.
But you did it legally, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Of course, he's not stupid.
Because I got to tell you, if there's a country that doesn't like unwelcome visitors, Mexico. They have one of the toughest fucking southern borders I've ever seen.
That's ironic.
Yeah, the irony is not missed.
Dude.
Both the Green Hornet, my nephew-in-law told me what happened to him coming across. It was a nightmare.
Oh, I love this sequence.
Kill him.
The look of like, oh shit, on his face is great. And I love the moment he has a cannon. Because he beats the shit out of that giant with 2 cannonballs. And then when they turn back around, he's loaded a fucking cannon.
Dude, that's almost out of the Coyote.
What I wonder is if they didn't take inspiration from the Family Channel Zorro series with Duncan Regehr, because with the big giant dude, because Andre the Giant was in one of the episodes of the 90s show, and he fought Zorro.
I like that show, but not as much as to remember on detail. I saw little of it. My definitive version of Zorro will always be Guy Williams.
Yeah, one of the
I totally
earliest
agree with you. I
memories
love
is
that show.
It's the Family Channel one.
Yeah, I
never
know
saw
what it
that
is.
one. Never saw it. Was it good?
Wasn't bad, but it's not Guy Williams Zorro.
I watched the new one that was shot in Spanish, and I was very disappointed with that series. But I'm looking forward to is the one with what's his name? The French actor. He was in the movie The Artist.
That's streaming now.
On Apple, as I recall.
No, on MHZ.
What's the name of that? I didn't know about that.
What the fuck is MHZ?
You can get that as a Prime channel. I'm sure it has its own dedicated streaming service, but you can get that as one of the Prime channels that Amazon has.
Here's what it says here. Paramount is going to release it here in the U.S.
Not here in the U.S. MHZ. Paramount Plus released it internationally. Yeah, it was supposed to come out like a couple years ago.
I've never heard of MHZ. It needs to come to a channel. I thought I saw promos for it on Apple TV.
Are you talking about the 2024 show?
The Jean Dujardin TV series, shot in 24, released in 25, and it's finally going to see the light of day here in the U.S., but I'm not sure what we're talking about as far as where it's going to be released. It released on Paramount Plus overseas, not here, like in France and shit like that. It says here, it's now available in North America on megahertz, MHZ choice. So I have no idea what the fuck that is. I've never heard of it.
Can you share my screen?
I'm not even on the screen right now in the studio.
Okay,
I'm
I'll do
looking
it.
up
I'll
this
do it.
shit.
I'll do it. Don't.
Okay, I just found it. It's watch.mhzchoice.com.
Is this?
I'm putting it in the public chat and the private chat.
It's
No,
that's a actual movie.
Yeah. I don't see anything from you to share, real.
Here, I'll share screen.
Yeah, I don't see.
Come on. Oh, I gotta do this. Yeah, there's a problem with Apple.
You're too young to be boomering like that, man.
All right,
He's
here
on
you
an
go.
Apple device.
Share mine, Martin. It's the network.
There you
There
go.
it is.
We value your privacy. We sell it at the best hider.
Look at the shows I've never even fucking heard of.
So 8 episodes, right?
I'll be right back.
Das Boot is on this streaming service. 2 seasons. It should be Das Boot.
Thank you.
Wallander is on it. Wallander. I like that show. Good fucking series with that guy.
I've read 2 of the books.
Seen any of these shows.
I've only seen a handful of them. I was not interested in this Agatha Christie series. It looked awful. Lauren likes it though.
I don't understand what does that have to do with the movie, but okay.
We're on the network. We're showing it. Oh, what? This has to be. This is the Danish version of The Killing.
Gary, I hate to do this, but we have 50 minutes of slideshow left, and we need to keep the show at 2 hours, so we should get back to it.
Go ahead. I'm not controlling it.
You told me to show it.
I know, but you don't have to. You guys can do whatever you fucking need. Don't yell at me.
Yeah, and then you yell at us for
Gary,
taking
it's all your fault, Gary.
No, switch back when you fucking want.
I missed you.
I miss you too, man. And Douglas Fairbanks Sr.'s certainly thought, you know what's really sad about Douglas Fairbanks Sr. is his voice. Like, he didn't have the voice that his son had. Douglas had a high-pitched voice. So when the talkies happened, his career was over. And so Douglas Fairbanks Jr. took over doing the kinds of films that Dad did. And I thought that was cool. I like Douglas Fairbanks Jr. And he looked like his dad, too, which was weird, how much he looked like him. And by the way, if you want to go to the entopity of where I live, you would go to the very western edge of Australia. Because I saw Alpha wrote Antipode. Of course, my doctor calls me now.
They don't call you Gary.
They're supposed to call me back this morning. So, by the way, I really like the mask that Anthony Hopkins hands him. That leather mask is fucking cool.
Oh, it looks so much better than the cloth one he has before.
And don't get me wrong, I like it when they do stuff like that because I loved Daredevil season 1. And he had that fucking wrap around his head. He didn't have to worry about putting fake eyes in because he's fucking blind.
Gary, message in the private chat.
What?
Gary.
Don't read it.
Just do it.
Gary, pull your underwear off
Ah.
and what?
Show it to us.
I'm not doing that. Not on camera. No.
Gary.
Anima, stop sending me messages like that.
I'm serious, dude. Mute that fucking device. It keeps going off in your background. It's distracting.
It's a vibrator. I can't help it, guys.
Gary.
Great. But my blood glucose is good.
Well, I keep hearing it in your background, and it's irritating.
I haven't heard anything.
Me neither. But
I hear it all the time.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to my audio.
I'm not in tune with the Gary. But Gary, listen, Grace.
The one thing about
Grace Under Fire.
Antonio Banderas as Zorro that I wish he had kept was the mustache. Zorro without a mustache just doesn't look right.
I concur. Still bugs me that Seth is Donkey Kong and Mario. It's why I'm not going to watch the fucking movie. I cannot stand Seth Rogen. What do I hate most about him? His voice. So why would I want to watch anything he voiced? It's stupid. I don't know why people keep picking him. He's got an annoying laugh. I mean, fucking retarded laugh. And and his voice is just grating on the nerves. Seth Rogen is just another guy who wrote a couple movies where he could only write his shit he knew out of his life. And it was getting high and shit around dealing with drugs. Dune 1 that Denis Villeneuve made takes forever to get going with the story. Yeah. My favorite part of the film is the scenes with Duncan, Idaho, and the scenes with what's his name? Momoa played him. What's his character's name?
Duncan, Idaho.
No, I thought
no.
Gurney. I'm sorry, Gurney and Duncan. I like their scenes. Yeah, I like Josh Brolin in it.
Yeah, Josh Brolin played Gurney Halleck, and Momoa played Duncan, Idaho.
Duncan, Idaho, and I like both their scenes. That's my favorite part of that movie. Let's see.
Isn't it strange that Seth Rogen, who is a massive pothead, has never been on Joe Rogan's show, who is also a massive pothead?
And I think that, well, as of now, Seth Rogen hates Joe Rogan.
Oh, yeah.
Because I remember reading him saying something about people that fucking listen to Joe Rogan. Yep, there you go. That's the joke I made earlier.
He is a cunning linguist.
I said that earlier. Yep. Born and raised here in Manhattan, because somebody asked why she would go with Michael Douglas, and I said because he was a cunning linguist. Born and raised here in Manhattan, and I still live here. I can't imagine living anywhere else. Yeah, my cousin Angie's the same way. She lives in Manhattan. My sister Luann was raised in Manhattan.
I loved Manhattan, by the way, when I went there. I stayed at 57th and something. No, 58th Street and something. Right near the Columbus Square.
I've been to Columbus Square. Look, it looks, first of all, they've got the fucking desaturation thing going again. I'm done with that. I swear to God. I'm going to buy software just for color correcting these fucking movies that they're putting out. They're either doing, desaturation or it's fucking teal and orange. So people don't know how to color grade a film anymore. I tried to advertise Garfield's film as Robin Hood, but apparently they walked that back. It's just the whole idea of this film. I read it, I listened to their review, and I'm like, yeah, when I saw the trailer, not gonna fucking watch that movie. And I like Andrew Garfield. Was Don Adams a real Don? Martin, you're the expert.
Yeah, maybe Donald.
Was Don Imus a real Don?
Good question. Martin, you're the in-house expert.
Wouldn't know.
Martin is like, who is Don Imus?
Exactly.
I like Don Imus, and then he sold his fucking network, and it went to crap. It's sort of the same thing that happened to Vice. When they sold it, it went totally left-wing lunatic shit. The only thing good that still comes out of them is the Dark Side of the Ring. I do like that show.
Is Don Rickles a real Don?
Wouldn't know.
Martin? Okay. Martin doesn't know.
Is Don Amici a real Don? I'm just reading the chat.
Well, Don Amici's Italian, so there's a potential for yes on that one.
Yeah, I know.
Don Rickles was a Jew, and I don't think there are Dons in Judaism.
Nope. I mean, there's the Rothschilds, who are self-proclaimed. But all the Jewish people don't actually like them. They just like their money. Surprise.
Yeah, the Rothschilds, if you look back historically, are fucking evil.
They're not evil.
They're
just greedy bitches. They're
stuff.
greedy fucking bitches. They pit both sides against each other because
they'll finance
a Rothschild
both sides
in France and a Rothschild in Britain, and they both funded each other's war against each other.
It's fucking crazy, man. That is absolutely one of Connery's favorite films because he got to co-star with his best friend, Michael Caine. And those two really were best mates. Like, loved hanging out together, drinking together.
Smacking women.
I love Story. Yeah, smacking the shit out of women when they're out of line. But no, it's like Michael Caine tells these funny fucking stories about going out with Sean Connery drinking. And he goes, I don't drink like that. And he says, I didn't meet anybody worse than Sean Connery drinking until I became friends with Richard Harris and Peter O'Toole. And he says, and I went out for a Saturday drinking night with Peter O'Toole, or Friday night, and I woke up on Sunday, but didn't know it was Sunday. He didn't know what day of the week it was, and he's like talking to Peter. He goes, where the fuck did Saturday go? I don't remember Saturday. And then finally this girl comes walking in and says, well, I've got even worse news for you. It's actually Monday, and you guys go live in 2 hours on stage. And they didn't even know where they were. They were 2 hours from the theater and didn't know how to get there, where they were at. And still,
what's funny, Gary?
Caine goes, I still don't know what happened to Saturday.
You know what's funny, Gary? Last time I was here, you told the same goddamn story.
Well, it's a great story.
I know.
Don Luis Obispo from Bakerfield's a reference to Zorro the Gay Blade. Fucking great movie. And I just showed Anima this morning that I have that movie on my hard drive. Because I want to do that so bad. Martin and I are going to do a week dedicated to that man. Because I fucking love his Dracula movie and his Zorro the Gay Blade. They're fucking funny.
His first time
in
Zorro,
he
breaks his foot.
No one else allowed?
You guys can come if you want to. It's he and I want to do it. It's him and I that talked it over and said we're going to do it. That's all I'm saying. But everybody's welcome. It's just he and I want to do that fucking movie. I think Martin loves it as much as me, if not more.
Yes.
Bye,
Eddie, or Edie. I'm sorry.
Hi, Edie.
Good to have you.
Oh, Edie's leaving? Edie, thanks for dropping in. Hey, please subscribe and come back. We like seeing new blood like you coming in, and you got more to say, because some of these guys have been coming for a while. They pretty much just repeat themselves every show in the chat. It's just the same shit every day. Gambit, Snorty. I mean, all Snorty wants to talk about is bare facts.
Are you trying to alienate your own fucking audience?
Yeah, he is. He's good at that.
He knows how much I love. They know how much I love them because I love interacting with them. But I am fucking with them right now. Does anyone remember the TV show The Flashing Blade, a French Zorro knockoff? Never heard of it. From the 60s. I'm going to look it up right now. The Flashing Blade. I'll have to check this shit out.
I would say it's the Timur version of Zorro, but Timur did not exist back then.
It is Le Chevalier Timpetti. The Flashing Blade. That's interesting. Because Flashing Blade is not what it is in French. Starring Gianni Esposito and Jean Martinelli. Or Jean Martinelli. I think it's a woman. Interesting. So, no, I'm going to check it out, though, James. I'm going to check it out. I've introduced Anima to a new series called Forever with Ian Gruffin, the guy who played Reed Richards in the two Fantastic Four films.
Gambit, that is not true.
And Anima's really enjoying the show. Got one season, didn't get picked up, and it's a good show.
Did
Mexico.
It's season.
What's that?
Did it even get a full season?
Yeah, 22 episodes.
What? Yeah, I thought I got like 10.
No, it got the full season. I watched them when they aired, and I'm like, "Fuck yeah, this is a good show."
I watched it when it aired too. I just couldn't remember how many episodes.
I think we've just gotten way too used to seasons being ridiculously short these days, between 8 and 10 episodes.
Well, with network shows, sometimes they have like a 13 episode order. Then about episode 5, if they're not doing well in the ratings, they just cancel it and they don't show the rest of the episodes. Happens a lot.
Yeah, I don't think that's totally true because I never had a problem down there.
No, that is
a lot of the people. Yeah, when I was in down in the Yucatan, over in Cancun, Cozumel, Isla Mujeres, most of the people I dealt with my bad Spanish and would commonly speak English with me because they noticed that my Spanish was terrible. They went, "Oh, you're American." I went, "Yeah."
Yeah, Ian Gruffold had another show that was an
Harrow.
Australian show.
Harrow,
yep.
Great show, dude. I was sad when they ended. I haven't seen
every episode. I only saw the first season. I just need to finish it, but that first season was really good.
Season. Oh my god, first season was the best, and it started going kind of wonky woke towards the end, and I think that's why I wasn't too interested in watching this last season. But it is ended, and I do plan to go and finish the series and watch.
Yeah, I think it's on Hulu as far as a main streaming service because it is an ABC show.
Australian ABC, yep. The Bounty is one of the greatest movies ever captured from the 1932 source material. I actually love Anthony Hopkins and Mel Gibson, and with a small part for Liam Neeson. You'll notice a lot of actors today in that movie if you watch it, The Bounty. And Gibson was good as Mr. Christian. It's a good film.
There's a couple of Zorro cartoons.
I've never seen any of them.
I only seen one.
Yeah, there was like one from about I think 10 years ago.
80s or 90s.
Well, Gambit, I got to say something. I love Jean Dujardin. He is funny as shit. I think he is a brilliant actor. And God damn it, he also pulls off being quasi-handsome. Like, he's comical as hell with the expressions he makes. But when he's just placid, just standing there, he's a nice-looking man. good-looking guy. But then he does funny shit with his face. I was shocked when he did a thriller, and I showed the movie to Anima, where he has his revenge on the man who killed his child, the cop. Remember that movie, Anima, where he ends up burying him right where he buried his daughter alive? Great fucking ending.
Yeah.
He helps get him out of prison, proving that he wasn't guilty of the crime. But what the killer and everybody, and even the audience doesn't know, is that he knew he was the killer. And he planned to get him out just so he could have his own personal revenge on him. And it's a great fucking little movie. Jean Dujardin, fucking good actor. Let's see. Mark of Zorro with Douglas Fairbanks Sr. has been remade twice. And the one with Tyrone Power is my favorite. And yes, the one of 1974 with Frank Langella in it.
Well, that's actually, the Mark of Zorro with Tyrone Power. That was the first remake, because the original.
Isn't that what he said? What did he say? Yeah, 1940. Okay. He said. I think he's saying that it was because he listened.
Yeah, the Frank Langella one. Didn't care for it. That was a TV. Actually, no. Let's see. You got the Mark of Zorro, 1920. Mark of Zorro, 1940. Mark of Zorro, 70s, and you also had the Alain Delon. That's another favorite. Mark of Zorro version, just called Zorro. So there's like 4 of them.
Yep. And my favorite is the one with Alain Delon.
Of course, Shinatsky slides in with the "I miss Catherine Zeta-Jones" shirtless. Go ahead, Martin.
No. It was done.
Pristine voice for sound films. Yeah, Douglas Fairbanks Sr., it shocked me how tonally high his voice was. It was weird. Does not fit the face, the swashbuckler's face. You ever notice that when he says Shinatsky or spells it out, it's almost like a cuss word? When Martin says
it's a token of
it's like
appreciation.
Shinatsky.
No, it's Shinatsky.
Treat the
Speaking of
hero.
Shinatsky, I need to go because I'm tired.
Go to sleep, man. I
can totally see the relation.
Fun. But it's, I don't know. We took a wrong turn somewhere. But I love you guys. I will be. I say that every time, but as much as I can, I will try to be here the next time, I guess. Not Saturday. Saturday is also my day, right?
Yeah, though you did show up on Saturday last time. So anyway, you stay safe.
Because his co-host wasn't there.
I will.
You stay safe. I always worry about him over there in Israel.
Yeah, we all do.
She hung flowers on her crib. See, that's where you say hung. When somebody has a rope put around their neck and they're dangled with that rope by the throat, that's called being hanged or hanged, not hung. If you say a man was hung, you're talking about his dick.
Which you shouldn't see in public.
Nice mustache, Antonio.
Yeah, I didn't like his look without the beard. They should have kept that.
Man, I don't have any backdoor videos today. Well, let me look. I got one.
Oh, you should still have the new one that we didn't get to play. 13th Warrior.
Where did I put that? Did I put that in the videos folder?
We did play that.
Found it. There we go. Martin, will you pull that down? Pull it down. Whip it out.
My mouse is working against me.
How deep in the earth are we? Deep enough to fall out the bottom. Come on.
There you go.
And did you guys know that the Lone Ranger also played Zorro?
Wait a minute, what?
Clayton Moore played Lone Ranger and Zorro.
When did he play Zorro?
One of the Republic serials called Ghost of Zorro.
Really?
Yep.
So
okay, I gotta go find that.
He was like in Batman.
And guess who else was in that one? God damn it. George J. Lewis, I think is his name, who played Alejandro in the Guy Williams show. He was like the Bernardo.
Okay, I found it. It's available on Amazon. Boy, it's $100 if you want the Blu-ray. DVD is $12, and a VHS copy is $7.85.
The thing that sucks is that the only versions available is the movie version. They don't have the entire serial available.
Well, what they do is they put the serial together into a movie.
Yeah, but it's like condensed, abridged.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Because they're like normally like 12 parts, and because I remember because I had it on VHS, and it was like an hour and a half. You think it would have been like 2.5 hours, like about like 15 minutes a piece.
Here's the link, guys, if you want to go check this out. I've never seen this, so I'm going to. There's the link to the Amazon store to purchase Ghost of Zorro on VHS or DVD, but don't do it on Blu-ray. $100, fuck that.
Let's see. Clayton Moore.
This is a really good sword fight, by the way. I do like this scene. And I like the chaos of it. Because it's not just between him and... Because he ends up fighting a whole bunch of people. And the double sword fight scene is
great.
I love the double sword fight scene where he's got two swords.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That is such a great throwback to the classic days of, sword fighting movies like Robin Hood, Captain Blood with Errol Flynn and Basil Rathbone in both. And by the way, I love the sword fight in Captain Blood better than the one in Robin Hood. Because Basil fucking steals the show. And then, of course, Basil's fight in the Mark of Zorro, the remake, is really fucking good.
Yeah, the Ghost of Zorro serial came out in March 1949, and then the Lone Ranger debuted in September of that same year.
Wow. That is so fucking cool. I never knew that. Clayton Moore played them both. So Shunatsky says Gary's being a dick levels are off the charts, however. And I actually don't think there is a scale for dickishness. Not that I'm aware of, buddy. If you know of one, please send it to me, because I would
none that you would fit on, because you would blow them all up.
Probably. Seth Rogen is both deaf and blind. And apparently, according to Mephisto, has a small dick. RPGs has a career because Hollywood elites love him. Oh, Rogen. Gotcha.
Oh.
My favorite parts of Dune are any parts without Zendaya in them. Yeah, you and Anima, man. I mean, I don't hate her, but I can't stand her sometimes. Gambit, the deaf rum and blind kid sure could play some mean pinball. Yes, I know the song you're referencing by The Who. Elton John did a good cover of that song. Because when they made the movie, he sang the song in the movie, Tommy. I'm talking about Douglas Fairbanks Sr. and Jr. because their similarity is forced to be reckoned with. No, that's what I brought up earlier, Gambit. Jesus Christ. I said, I can't believe how much Douglas Fairbanks Jr. looks like his dad. I mean, yes, he's his son, but Jesus Christ, they look almost identical. Like, it's almost like Eastwood's kid. How much sometimes he looks like his dad. And Fairbanks Jr. had the voice, and he really did. And you brought that up earlier. It's like Senior had a totally high-pitched voice and did not work with the talkies. The studios are like, yeah, we're not going to do that. You're going to need to retire.
Such a playful scene.
Oh, man. Anytime you get to see a scene where a guy takes a girl's clothes off in a fun way like this is great. Especially when the girl is like Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Vigorous. He was very vigorous, father.
My
he was here and he
theory
left.
is I think Seth Rogen is afraid of Joe Rogan. And that's why he won't go on. Would never go on. Because he would take him to task on some of the idiotic shit he says. Count Dankula had a DM exchange with Rogan. He was typical champagne socialist, perfectly fine with speech laws. Yeah, my line to anybody who's a socialist: you go first. When you're rich, you give your money first. Give it up. My fave celebrity happiest joke about Michael Douglas: Michael, the diapers are in the hamper, and the baby's diapers are in the cupboard. I got it, Chinatsky. Don Rickles. Yes. Was he a real Don? That was the question asked earlier. Don Amici. Yeah, these are old questions. Jesus Christ. What is going on here? Camera work for the uprising looks messed up. Yeah, it looks like garbage. They started World War I to make money along with J.P. Morgan. Yep. They funded both sides. Rothschilds funded every war since Napoleon. Thank you, James. That's why I said they're evil. The Rothschilds are fucking evil. They have funded both sides throughout history. Hopkins was cast in December of 96, 1 month before filming began. Hopkins, known for his dramatic acting, took the role because of his apparent enthusiasm to be in an action film. But
they wanted him.
The more important
they wanted him before that, but he couldn't do it because of his back. And when he got the operation, he came back
because of his spine, and he had the spinal operation, and all that pain he'd been suffering from went away. And he said, "Sign me up, bitch. I'm in."
I'm in. Yeah.
Yeah. One of the things he really loved doing was mastering the whip with the candles.
Well, when he mastered the whip, the guy who trained him said he did. But when he went to go do The Edge, having that spinal surgery helped him because he had some physical shit he had to do in that film too. Tidbit about Connery and Kane is Sean breaking Michael's golf clubs in anger because Kane was so bad. He did. He made fun of him for it. And Michael Caine's talked about that. He says, "I'm not very good at golf." And that's all Sean wants to do. He wants to go fucking play golf. Every single movie you have ever seen Sean Connery in, when you get medium close-ups to close-ups, you have a 99.9% chance he's wearing his golf pants and shoes to go play golf. Because the minute when he was done, he was out of there to go hit the green. And there are directors who have talked about that he does that. He goes, what are you going to shooting today? They'll tell him. He goes, okay, I'll come in costume from here up. And the rest is his golf clothes.
Yeah, you can tell the people that made this movie really love Zorro because of that chase sequence, because it just harkens back to so many other Zorro, chase scenes, from Guy Williams to the Duncan Rieger, and all that. Just nice homage.
Yep. By the way, the movie title is also capitalized because it's a proper noun. It's the name of a movie. So My Favorite Year is a movie with Peter O'Toole in it, and it's one of my favorite films of all time. Charlie Bruce and I went to see that movie together, walked out, and we didn't shut up for like 2 hours about what was in that movie. It was so fucking good. It's making fun of a sort of a parody of the TV show with Sid Caesar. And that's what they were kind of mocking. And there was an incident on that show where an actor was drunk, a swashbuckling actor was drunk on set. And so they took that incident and turned it into this movie, which is beautiful. And Peter O'Toole plays a washed-up actor who is a drunk and played it perfectly. It's a wonderful fucking movie. And I think it's also historically a great film showing what working on television was like for a lot of those guys. And so I highly recommend that movie. I don't know why we haven't done it. I've talked to Charlie, told him, I said, we need to do that show, but you have to be there because you and I went to see that movie together. And that's where Edie said bye.
You're half an hour behind.
With this panel, it happens. It involves gay, of course, so Gary has it. Well, if it's gay, yeah, obviously, right. I'm a gay man trapped in a straight body. Okay, my memory is so bad, I don't even remember it. Hey, do you remember that time we tried to remember the time we couldn't remember remembering? Remember?
I don't remember.
Nope.
I like that band. That's a fucking cool band. That's the Beat Farmers. They were a country punk band. Country western punk band. When he gets dressed up and he's all uncomfortable. Yeah. Speaking of Rothschild, there's a 1934 movie with George Arliss and Boris Karloff called The House of Rothschild. And yes, that movie does exist.
It's weird to hear you pronounce that name like that.
Well, we say it here in America, Rothschild. And I don't think we would ever get an honest movie about them until they're all dead. Because, like in the movie, what was that movie you love so much with Mike Myers in it? So I Married an Axe Murderer.
Oh,
and you get that rant by his Scottish dad about the Rothschild and Colonel Sanders and shit. I fucking love that. And the Pentaveret. That's why you crave it a fortnight.
This is where she begins to learn who her real father is, by the way. After the woman on the market approaches her.
And then it all begins to fall into place. Because when you look at this character, he's not like the most villainous villain. He really does try to be a good person in some ways. He's just evil. And a lot of times evil people don't know they're fucking evil, like assholes. Like we meet assholes all the time. I'm a dick. Don't get me wrong. I've been friends with assholes. Dicks like assholes. And sometimes we like pussies. You know the speech from the movie. But dicks and assholes are not the same thing. And I know a lot of assholes I don't fucking like. It's like listening to my late father-in-law tell stories.
Don Raphael's main problem is that Diego got the girl.
Yeah.
Got the woman that he wanted, had a beautiful child.
He wanted Esperanza.
Yeah.
Well,
and he couldn't have her.
No, the guy was willing to execute 3 innocent people just to lure the Zorro out. I think it's just more evil to him than that.
The hatred between those two goes back to Esperanza because he wanted her and he couldn't get her.
The evil doesn't become totally present until his conversation with the American officer. He says, "But what of the workers?" And then he understands.
No witnesses.
No witnesses. I understand. And that's when he becomes evil.
No. At the beginning of the movie, remember, at the beginning of the movie, he's going to execute 3
you're not getting me. I'm not saying he's not evil. I'm saying the main beef between those two is over a woman, and not because at Zorro he tries to stop him doing that. That's just mildly annoying. But the fact that he got the woman that he wanted.
Well,
I
Raphael,
think that
there's
just
two conflicts. There was Raphael against Zorro.
yes.
Then there was Raphael against Don Diego.
yes.
Against Zorro, there was, murdering the 3 innocent people, just to capture Zorro. 3 men, 3 cuts. Small memento of Mexico, Raphael, to remember as a reminder not to return. But on a personal level, it was against Don Diego. Don Diego got the girl. So there's kind of a Lex Luthor, Superman thing going on where there's a bit of jealousy involved.
Envy,
a lot.
Because there are certain iterations where Lex wants Lois.
Was being facetious.
Yeah, okay.
He was saying it.
Not only couldn't he get the woman sacrificed herself when he wanted to shoot Diego.
Yeah, she died his woman.
Yeah, and Raphael said, I never would have let any harm come to her. And Diego said, she was never yours to protect.
Yeah.
Then the baby started crying, and he went to go chase her because, fire erupted and bonked him on the head with the handle of the sword, then put him in prison, which I love when Raphael and Capitan Love went to go look for Zorro and look in the eyes, and like the old crippled, it's like, I am Zorro, then the big black dude's like, no, I'm Zorro, I'm the one you want. It's like, liar, everyone can see you are too tall.
Yeah, that was fun in the prison.
Yeah, the Irish guy that got brought up earlier that is one of the inspirations for Zorro is in English we refer to him as William Lampert. In French, he's known as Guillaume Lombardo, which is odd because Lampert is his name, so why is it Lombardo? It's weird. The Guillaume makes sense because that's the French for William, but I don't get the last name. So having an Irish character, be kind of the Zorro in a story is kind of a nod back to who helped inspire the character of Zorro. He was an adventurer. The Bounty 84 you're going to find. That's it. Daniel Day-Lewis is in it. Olivia is in it just a little bit. Yep. I think at the beginning and at the end. And because he's on what would be the what would they call that? I forget what it's called in the military. Tribunal. I don't know who Dexter Fletcher is. No, because he kicks her ass, and she's been training her whole life.
That's the funny part. Of course, a part of me kind of thinks she wasn't even trying, because
I want him to cut my dress off.
She was angry too.
Yeah, I think you're thinking about the porno version.
Well, that's the problem. Is she started getting so damn angry that she lost focus.
Yeah, don't fight angry. Never fight angry.
Never fight angry. Yeah, important lesson. I mean, she does like him, but she's annoyed by him because he's so full of himself. Let's be honest. And that annoys her. So she wants to show him that she's not just a damsel in distress. She actually knows what she's doing.
And wasn't that a Spanish production?
No.
Well, he's French. So it might have been a French production.
For some reason, I keep seeing either Spanish or Italian on that movie.
Oh, let's see.
Italian. It's Italian.
It's Italian. Thank you. Because I know some of the scenes are shot in Spain. And so...
spaghetti
that's
Western.
The thing. The Italians used to do that all the time, shoot in Spain. And it's a great place to shoot. You've got south, west, north, east, all have different, climates. And so you can have desert 1 minute and go straight into like cold, fucking snowy. And then you've got fucking sandy beaches. It's a fucking cool thing.
Okay.
The funny part was there was a war film we watched. And I'm sorry, Martin, I just want to finish this thought. There was a war film that we watched and talked about, and it was the Michael Caine dirty, they were the SAS guys movie that we watched and covered. And if they had moved 50 feet, the camera turned 50 feet to the right, they would have seen like housing and beaches. And that was a desert. The whole desert scene was shot in one spot. And if you turned the camera at the wrong angle, you would see non-desert.
Shanatsky is on to you.
Okay. The movie Zorro with Alain Delon is a Italian and French co-production. And here is one of the actors, the actor who played Garcia, or sometimes named Gonzalez, or I think it's the other way around. His artistic name is just Mustache. That's it.
The movie I was thinking of, Anima, was the film Play Dirty with Michael Caine. Yeah, we watched that movie, and that location they shot at, they couldn't move the camera any direction further than what they shot. Otherwise, it was supposed to take place in the Sahara. And they shot it in Spain. Let's see. Get down
that
here,
explosion. There's a funny backstory to that, because they built the whole thing, they rigged it, they exploded it, but somebody accidentally severed some of the lines of the fuses.
It may have been the explosion itself that severed the line.
Maybe, they don't know. Anyway, it blew up, there was flames, there was smoke, and when it all cleared, the whole thing was still standing, so they had to go and blow it up a second time. And those 3 blasts were so potent that you could see the camera shake when they go off.
Well, Zorro the Gary Blade is a parody. It's a spoof.
It is. It's a spoof of Zorro. But it's also a good movie at the same time. Great sword fighting, fun film. Welcome. That'll be $5. Save California only for the government to destroy it 159 years later. If they could only knew. Yeah, a similar conflict I'm sure can find in just about every source material movie. Raphael and Zorro are indifferent with their conflict.
No, it was Italian and shot in Spain, like we said.
I'm telling you, IMDb said even the production companies. One is Mondial Televisione Film. And
yeah, they produce it. They finance a lot.
Yeah,
but
and Les Productions Artistes Associées.
Yeah, my problem with the movie Alpha is if you're going to make a movie about 55 Days at Peking, you better make Dan Daly a major character. And they didn't. But it's a good film. It is good. For those of you who don't know, 55 Days at Peking was the Boxer Rebellion.
Oh my God. I misread that as Peking with 2 E's. What? Bolshevism?
Okay, Gambit, you need to pay attention to what we are saying here, because I just explained how that happened.
Yeah. It is 3 separate explosions. And it was supposed to be one massive one. And then it blew up. And then when everything cleared, building was still there. And they went back and found that the wires to it had been severed. They don't know if someone fucked up or if the explosion did it. So they re-rigged it and exploded again, and then decided to add additional fiery explosion up front. And so you have 3 explosions. The first explosion is the one that is caught at one angle that is so intense you can see the camera shake from it. Here's the final scene. Goddamn camera.
That was great when they blew that up.
And they do, it really is kind of shot like a Western. And that's another problem I had with the movie. But I got to tell you, what Dan Daly did sitting on that wall, killing over 150 men. They lost count how many men he killed. He stood up on that wall without a scope and sniped these guys. And just killed them one by one. Dad Daly got his first.
The slides didn't capture one of my favorite moments in this film, and that was Banderas' idea when he pulls his sword and holds it up, and the sun reflects off of it.
Oh yeah, that was a cool
his
moment.
idea, and it looks great. It looks so great.
I did it on purpose.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, James Horner had wanted to do a Western for so long that when this came up, he said that this would probably be the closest to a Western film that I ever get to make, music with. So he jumped at the chance. Then he also did the Legend of Zorro. He was going to do the Magnificent Seven, with Denzel Washington, but unfortunately he died. Not plane crash, I think.
Was kind of a plan to let Hopkins die so they can make a sequel, but fortunately they went with where he dies just after she comes.
Because at the original ending of the film, Santa Ana appears.
Yeah, that's on the deleted scenes on the disc.
And that's what was supposed to be on this video, but I am not seeing that scene. And you did. I just said what it was. The original ending.
Is that even available?
Well, I may have grabbed the wrong video, so I'm going to go. I think that was just the movie.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Yeah, that's the one you're talking about, the Joaquim de Alameda, who played Antonio Lopez de Santa Ana.
Oh, I found it.
Because when they were coming out of the explosion, the rubble, the dust, with all the miners, he was there.
It seems to be running really weird. Are you seeing that?
Yeah, we can see it.
No, I mean, is it playing okay, or is it running
it's jittery.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know what I can do about that. Sorry, guys.
But
this is the original ending. And Santa Ana turns around and leaves.
They were working as slaves.
Slaves? At the mine?
You know about the mine?
I was told by the man who gave me this map.
Well,
Zorro, he could be anyone, anywhere.
By the way, why doesn't he have a mustache here? I thought he had the mustache the whole movie.
No.
No, not as Zorro.
No.
He should have kept it. He looks better.
He should have, but remember, when he poses as a gentleman, he has a glued on mustache and goatee. He takes that off afterward.
They just should have kept the one that he had earlier. Just get rid of that little soul patch. Maybe trim the mustache down a little bit, but they should have kept the mustache.
Definitely. I like him with a mustache.
Because, like I said, Zorro without a mustache just looks wrong. It's like MacGyver without a mullet.
Oh, God, yeah. Or Tom Selleck without a mustache.
Yeah.
It just doesn't look right.
Or Chuck Norris without a beard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, good guys wear black. So that was the original ending, and then Santana turns around and leaves. Oddly, that was all the Mexicans they found to hire. They should have had more people than them. Ooh, man, her tits are really showing there.
Jesus Christ.
No, her tits. Well, it's kind of cool that we had this other ending, you know, but I feel like they did a better job because that ending did not test well when they tried it, and they went back, and this is where they were doing pickup shots. They shot all the pickups here in the U.S. The entire film from beginning to wrap was shot in Mexico, but there were additional scenes shot they had to shoot here in the U.S. studios. And the new ending was shot, and I think the ending is better because you have a bookend movie. You have the Don Diego scene at the beginning, and then you have Banderas' scene
telling story at the baby's crib.
The baby,
Yeah.
I think it's great.
And I think it
He's
needs the
getting
emotional
all
moment
excited.
where he dies just after she calls him father. Finally, he can go in peace. Puts their hands together like, go make a baby, and then he dies.
You know, the Diego is like, he leapt on top of the balcony and thrust his enchanted sword under the king's chin and said something completely forgettable. You know, in the way
Say something completely forgettable.
Then with Diego, Alejandro is like fighting like a lion, fighting like a tiger, fighting. It's like, with the flowers, like as safely as possible. It's just your idea of putting the baby to bed.
When Diego put their hands together, what he was going to say, but he didn't have the chance. Remember, Antonio, she is like a sister to you.
Oh, no.
No.
Bad Martin.
Yeah, I just love that part when, when Alejandro finally just breaks, and Diego says he's not going with him to, get the miners. He's got his own personal story. That's when he finds out that Elena is his daughter. And all throughout the movie, he was telling him, don't focus on Capitan Love, don't focus, on that revenge so quickly, but you got Diego, not focusing on the miners, but focusing on his revenge. He's like, all these plans and whatnot, all these wise words, was that all a lie?
Well, the second movie should have been his kid having grown up a little bit. And I mean, it's perfect. And they could have called it Zorro and Petriolho. It would be like Batman and Robin. Because Petriolho is like a Robin.
Yeah, I know. Didn't like the joke.
Well, you should. I fucking worked on it just for you.
I appreciate your effort.
Yeah. But it, because I think that's kind of cool. What if that was kind of what it was like, Batman and Robin, but in the West? You got Zorro and his son.
Oh, there was
Anthony Rojo.
There was like an 80s show called Zorro and Son with Henry Darrow as the elder Zorro. Didn't last very long, about like 10 episodes or whatever.
I don't remember that.
But the funny thing is that Henry Darrow would go on to replace Ephraim Zimbalist Jr. in the Family Channel Zorro series from the second season onward, playing Alejandro.
I'm going to go to my starred comments here because these ones I wanted to come back and visit. Wasn't Zorro actually Spanish in the original? Yes. He is from Spain. And he comes
funny enough, Banderas is the first Spanish actor to play him.
Nope.
No?
Guy Williams was Spanish. Guy Williams was Spanish.
Wasn't he like Chilean or something?
Yeah,
I don't know, but I know he had Spanish heritage.
No. He was from Spain and died in Argentina.
Died brokenhearted, man.
Yeah, because he was born Armando Joseph Cantillano.
He got so screwed by the parent company for Lost in Space. They took him as the lead character and turned him into a side character on Lost in Space.
That sucks.
So its origin can be linked back to 1921. Douglas Fairbanks Sr. optioned the rights from the comic book.
From the book.
So, the biggest thing for us was the fact that if it was turned into a comic book, and then he optioned it to do a film.
I remember he read the Curse of Capistrano, and then he optioned the rights, which I think that was actually kind of like a novella in one of those pulp magazine things.
Too many good shows got one season except for Sledgehammer. Yeah, this is something that Anima and I have been visiting. I've been showing her shows that got one, maybe two seasons and then got screwed. Sadly, one of the shows I thought was really good season one was Ted Lasso. What a great first season. And then season two, they started slowly introducing woke ass shit. And by season three, it was just like, what the fuck? Everybody was going gay. Like They took three characters in season three and made them gay. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? What has that got to do with anything dealing with the story?
A lot of stupid decisions were made there.
Identity politics, man. It ruins everything.
Yeah, there's been 5 Zorro cartoons.
I remember only one cartoon, something like that, was the Lone Ranger cartoon when I was a kid.
Because there was the New Adventures of Zorro from Filmation in 1981.
That's the one that I saw.
New Adventures of Zorro 97 to 98 from Fred Wolf Films. The Amazing Zorro 2002 made-for-TV animated feature from Deke Entertainment. Zorro Generation Z, which is futuristic Zorro. Japanese Zorro. Kakeatsu Zorro. And
That's
Zorro
not
the
a very good
Chronicles,
name in the West.
a French animated series.
And then the one that he's talking about that he brought up in, I brought up in that Skebbit brought up in the chat, is the 1990 TV series, which came out while I was in the Army, and somebody brought it up in the barracks, and I think I caught one episode of it, and I didn't get it. It was called here we called it like the New Zorro, I think was what it was called when I watched it on TV back in '90, and he brought it up that it was Duncan Rieger that played Zorro, and Duncan's been in a lot of stuff, but he's a Canadian, as I recall. Let me go look him up.
Look at what Popcorn is showing us, Gary.
Yeah, he's from Alberta, Canada. What's he showing us? Oh, look at that.
Nice. Complete.
Now that's the complete Disney series.
No, this is the Family Channel's one.
Yep.
This is the Family Channel one. Because it has never been available on TV since Family Channel for rights reasons and all this shit. There were a couple of VHS tapes that were compilation episodes into feature length. The Legend Begins and the Conspiracy of Blood, one from season 1, the other one from season 4, with the last bunch of episodes. And so when this came out on DVD from A&E, the complete series, I jumped at it.
Well done. Was it in the $5 bin, or did you get it for a good price?
No, it was like $30-$40. Came out brand new.
Now, I bet you I have a movie that none of you guys have. You want to see it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm afraid. Can't read. It's blurry. Okay, Blade Runner, what? Fuck you, Gary. Fuck you very
I'm
much.
moving closer. You can fucking read it.
No, I'm reading it. Blade Runner, the White Dragon cut. Fuck you very much. Be the receptacle of all my envy.
It's very cool. Came to me
Yes.
from Japan. The guy sent it to me personally. Fucking cool shit. I like having collector stuff. I also got sitting right next to me. I have a bunch of them over there. I'm not going to go get right now, but I have the
I used to have that.
Yeah. Nice.
But yeah,
what's
you
the
mentioned
poster behind you, Popcorn?
Huh?
What's the poster behind you? That
Zorro.
looks cool.
That's not a poster.
Oh, that's the one.
It's
no, it's
I thought it was a
background.
poster.
Background.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Green screen. You mentioned the Guy Williams one. God damn it.
Now that was a great series. I loved that.
When Disney releases, because this was originally available only on like the Disney Movie Club,
right?
But then they made it widely available, like 2010 or some shit like that. I jumped at the chance because knowing Disney and their vault crap.
Yeah.
So this was about, I don't know, $80 altogether for both seasons, because they originally came in some sort of 10 shell, and also hold on, let me show you something. Turn off the camera.
Yeah, I just took the time and realized we got to fucking wrap it up.
Yep. We need to
wrap it up. I'll take it.
Yep.
Oops. By the way, guys, we've officially bought or paid for streaming on what's it called now?
Streamlabs.
Streamlabs. But Streamlabs is bought another thing, and that's the name of their hosting.
It used to be Melon, now it's
Melon. That's it.
Talk Studio.
Yeah, this came with the set.
Nice. Yeah, Guy
Tim,
Williams
at the very last minute.
was the best. Period. I couldn't picture anybody else at that time playing Don Diego. Just couldn't see anybody else. He was perfect.
Yeah, when I watched this on the Disney Channel when I was a kid, it would run through, would cycle, back to back. It would just, continuously air. They'd run the black and white version, then they run the colorized version, and just keep going back and forth. The only ones that they never showed were the 1 hour specials from the 1960. They just showed the series, and it was so long. You went, took a long time to get through the episodes. I thought it was like 4 or 5 seasons, but there was only 2 seasons. But that's because each season was like 39 episodes.
Man.
Yeah.
And the only break they took was like Christmas. Other than that, it was from September onward.
We need to end this. I have another show to run later.
Yep. And we're going to wrap it up now. Thanks for being here today, Popcorn Geek. I'm glad you're feeling better. And I'm hoping you're feeling better, because I know
yesterday just but I'm feeling much better today.
I'm glad to hear it. I see Tim dropped in. No video today, but we got a new studio over on Streamlabs, so we're going to be broadcasting Saturday show there tomorrow. So it'll be fun. Got it already set up. Let's see. Those one, yeah. Grim Reaper. Oh yeah. Well, anyway, guys, we love you. Thanks for hanging out with us today. We deeply appreciate it. No matter how much I shit on you guys in the chat. Gambit, you in particular, I target you a lot. But it's because you're my buddy. I like you. So Gambit, Snorty, Slasher Fred, 11 Alpha. I hope everything's okay, because I know he went to the VA today. James Jameson. Edie joined us today. Edie's what is it? Edie Sedgwick? Was that it? I can't remember. Read by Nature.
Edie from New York.
John. Edie from New York City, Manhattan. John Whitaker, the PVS, Vicklit's girl, love you. You say some of the nicest shit about us. I always like that when she shares us out. E. Clay Thomason, deeply appreciate all you guys, man. And here's my new one, Vicklit's girl. When I'm on other people's channel, I said, beat that like button like it owes you money.
I like that.
Because that's something a buddy of mine used to say when we game together. We were playing Call of Duty and in a clan together, just kicking ass. The drunker he got, he always spoke third person about himself. He never referred to himself in first or second. It was always third person. And his name was Bob, Barbecue Bob. Bob would go, that boy shot Bob like he owed him money.
Well, for this show, we can say give the like button 3 cuts.
Yep. So please like the show today and please comment. I love going in there and finding comments from you guys. I know Gambit does it and Penny does it all the time, but I would love it if all you guys left a comment on these shows. That way people know who's watching the show. You're promoting who you are too, so please leave a comment. Also, if there are any actors you feel like we've forgotten this year, put them in there. Tell us who they are. Leave a comment with that, and we will make sure to look into doing, if not this year, at least do it next year. So, and I kind of like what we're doing actors' birthdays for like a week, celebrating them, some of the great films they've fucking done. But with that, we've got to go. Martin's got another show to do. Disney Channel, Kids Incorporated. Give that like button. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Love y'all.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Shit. You know what I forgot? Here, while
outro.
I go look for it.
I
forgot the outro.
If the Army and the Navy ever look on heaven's scenes, they will find the gates are guarded by the United States Marines.
And
I apologize to everyone who
I'm
heard
going to
that.
clip that. I'm going to clip that.
I like that he apologized.
Because he can't sing, but I love Pope. Pope's the guy, man. I fucking love Pope.
Yeah.
I love having all my buddies being in the military. So we're going to get out of here, everybody. Thank you all for showing up and deeply appreciate all the chat. We will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Don't forget, John's going to be gaming later, not to mention
Doomcock.
I forgot his name. Doomcock will be broadcasting Friday Night Frolics. Never miss that guy. And then tomorrow we'll be back with another fucking great film with Antonio Banderas. Until then, you guys take it easy and we'll see you. Bye now.
Bye.
Hasta luego.